Welcome back to the Blue Hen Outdoors podcast, and I'm excited and pleased and blessed to have with us tonight Judy of the Dive Bomb crew. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, doing pretty good. How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate you coming on and taking some time out.
Yeah,
I,
no problem, dude.
I can only assume you guys are getting ready to get busy here with stuff kicking off as the waterfowl season's getting ready to rev up in full swing.
Dude, it's already been like so busy. We started on the first week of September and it's just been like gung ho ever since. I've hardly even had a chance to hunt my home ground in Washington so far because
Oh wow!
we are heading to Alaska on Saturday
Oh
for a dive
nice.
bomb trip. That'll be pretty badass. And then after that, I think I'm kind of getting after our ducks at home. But yeah, dude, it's been hectic. It's just crazy travel time.
Oh yeah. Are you guys going for Harleys or King Eiders up there in Alaska?
I think we're going for Harleys and all the sea ducks like Barrows, Golden Eyes, and
Mhm.
White Wing, Surf Scoters, all that stuff. I think
Oh
mainly
yeah,
the Harlequins, but yeah, I haven't
that should be
really.
fun.
Oh, dude, it'll be sweet. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty pissed because so in Washington, in years past, we have been able to shoot one Harlequin per season. So one per season per person. You get one per season. And I
Mhm.
never did it. I was just like, they'll always be there. I never did it. And they shut the Harley season down. So now I have to go all the way to Alaska to kill my damn Harlequin when I could have killed one, 20 minutes from the house.
Right, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But no, it's all good, though. It should be a good trip.
Oh yeah. Well, I usually start all my episodes off with how did you get your start in the outdoors in the outdoor industry?
For sure, man. It goes, gosh, I've been in this game for so long. It goes way back to, I think it was 2005 or something. I was 11 years old. I shot my first duck. But I'm kind of self-taught. Back in the day, me and my dad would just take me out, jump shooting ditches and ponds and streams and old manure lagoons
Mhm.
and, just shooting a couple teal, maybe a mallard out of them and just not we didn't decoy anything. We just jump shot everything out of creeks. But
Mhm.
um I remember the first time I would shoot him on the water because I couldn't hit him in the air. My dad would take me out. I'd just beg him to take me out every day of my life during the season. And I remember he took me to this one creek and I shot my very first mallard drake out of the air and dropped it. And I was just like, dude, it was game over ever since that day when I was like 11 years old. And then it got
Oh
even
yeah.
worse after that. And then I'd beg my dad to go out and we'd try to decoy him and stuff. But so I owe it all, to my dad getting me into it. But like, like the field hunting and all that came, when I got my license when I was 16, and a little bit of freedom
Mhm.
and I was pretty much just self-taught from the ground up. I just was so obsessed with it. I would trial and error on decoy spreads and what worked, and using these janky old decoy spreads because I didn't have any money, so I was making my own out of like plywood and shit, and like all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, my dad got me into it, and then just I turned 16 and got freedom and just went wild with it.
That's
And now
awesome.
here we are. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Did you ever think that you'd be where you're at now with things like in the industry and
Um,
with
Not
hunting?
really, because I just always did it, just for fun with my buddies
Mhm. Oh
until
yeah.
I don't know, I think it was maybe 26 2017. I think. I had a video go viral and then gained a bunch of followers off it, but I was already posting my hunts and people were liking it. And then after that, it just skyrocketed. And I was like, oh, well, I guess we're doing this now. So then I just started,
Right.
posting my entire life and all the hunts, that we were already doing online, and people just loved it. And I was shooting all these widgeon that really nobody had ever posted on the internet yet before. And it just kind of exploded. And then I got in with Dive Bomb, and then my account grew and Dive Bomb grew. Like synonymously at the same time and just
Hmm.
exploded from there. But no, back in the day, I had no idea that I'd be talking to all these dudes I used to watch on TV, when I was like a teen, and now I'm just like friends with a bunch of the guys. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's kind of like a surreal moment. I mean, me and myself doing the podcasting and a little bit of video that
Yeah.
I've done, like meeting you, and I don't know if you know Ryan Basham from Road to 100. He's a cool guy I've met.
Yeah. I talk to him every now and then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a couple other guys. It's just like wow.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy where life will take you. And I'm just like, sometimes I think back and I'm like, man, when I was 16, there's no shot I would have thought I'd be doing this, for one of the biggest waterfowl companies in the game. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. How did that kind of happen? Like, I mean, you mentioned that you and Dive Bomb kind of grew together with account
Yeah.
wise and followers and stuff. So what was that kind of like
Yeah, so
production like?
I was posting, all my big ass widgeon hunts and just shooting the hell out of widgeon. And I think Asher or Nick Costas, who worked for Dive Bomb at the time, saw it and they were like, damn, we got to go hunt with this dude. Like, he's doing some crazy stuff out there, on the West Coast. So they DM'd me, and I think it was Asher, and he was like, hey, we want to come out there, get a hunt with you, film a hunt. We'll, if you want to rep Dive Bomb. Actually, no, before that, he just messaged me and said, would you take, if I sent you 5 dozen decoys and a 30% discount, would you rep Dive Bomb? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. It was the first offer I ever got.
Oh
And
yeah.
this was before they even had 10,000 followers on Instagram. Like, they were still small time, like
Mhm.
really small. And then I was using their stuff, getting a ton of views, and then that's when they wanted, to come out and hunt with me. And um yeah, I think it was 2018 or 2019, one of those years. It's been a long time. But
Mhm.
they came out and shot a bunch of widgeon with me, and then that video kind of went viral, and then that kind of shot my name into a lot of people's screens and Dive Bomb's name into a lot of people's screens. And
Oh
then
yeah.
Dive Bomb started getting bigger and traveling all over. I haven't worked for Dive Bomb until like the last 2 years. Before that, I was just, promoting their products and stuff and
Mhm.
traveling here and there. But I started actually working for Dive Bomb, I think like 2 years ago. But yeah, so Dive Bomb was growing, and as they grew, my account grew at the same time. And it's just kind of back and forth. And
Mhm.
but the crazy thing is, like, when Asher first came to hunt with us, we were just like buddies. It wasn't even like a business deal at all. We just became buddies, and then they left. And I'd be texting them, every week, every other week, just became good friends, outside of the hunting world. And then yeah, ever since then, dude, Dive Bomb, they would come back and film once or twice a year, and then it just escalated like crazy. And now I
Oh
work
yeah.
for them. Yeah, it's insane.
So you're out of the Pacific Northwest up in Washington, correct?
Yep. Yep.
What what's the kind of spectrum of like birds like up there? 'Cause I know it's semi different than over here on the East Coast where I'm at, but it's
Oh
also
yeah.
kind of similar.
It is it's definitely a sleeper state for sure. Like, we can kill almost every species here, like damn near, like within 20 minutes of where I hunt. I can go to the ocean, shoot white wing surf scoters, golden eyes, Harleys if you draw a tag, Brant. You can come inland and shoot all the widgeon, pintails, mallards, wood ducks in the creeks, and then we get cacklers, big Canadas, lessers, snows. And then you can go to the east side of the state and shoot all the divers on the big river, like all
Mhm.
within, that's probably like, 3, 4 hours away. So we can
Yeah.
shoot damn near everything. The only thing we don't get is speckle bellies. And
Okay.
yeah, but we got like, there's so many options out here, dude. It's crazy. That's like, sometimes it's hard for me to, leave on a Dive Bomb trip when I'm like, dude, I can just go film a hunt for us, 10 minutes from my house. Like, I don't gotta,
Right.
Yeah, I don't gotta go, halfway across the country to go film a good duck hunt. I got that shit right here. Like, but it
Exactly.
but it's fun though. Yeah, like it's so diverse out here, and there's so much waterfowl to pursue. Like it's definitely, I think Washington's, got on the map a little bit, but it's still flying under the radar in the big
Mhm.
scheme of things.
But yeah, I mean, I know in my where I'm at, Maryland's kind of always been a big goose place, big pit
Yeah,
hunting out there. But Delaware and Jersey are with them when it comes to sea ducks and uh,
yeah.
ducks and geese as well. And I don't know if you know, but I mean, Delaware's been a big snow goose state over the years as well on the East Coast.
I have seen that, and that flies so under the radar, dude. Like you really got to pay
Oh
attention
yeah,
if you wanna see that. But there's a couple dudes I follow on the East Coast. I won't say their names, but they just absolutely torch those greater snows on in the Atlantic Flyway,
oh
and
yeah,
I'm just like, dude, that looks so fun. But I feel like just like nobody, it doesn't really come to anybody's mind, really. Well, and when I was
oh yeah,
hunting, I was hunting in New York, or I know I was actually in Ontario, and I shot a band from Virginia. That was pretty cool.
oh
Um,
wow,
yeah. So I guess those honkers, migrate pretty far up and down
oh
that
yeah,
flyway, or else they might stop somewhere. I'm not sure, but yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. As far as I know, past the Carolinas as much.
Yeah,
Everything else kind of does, but
true.
we it, we both are pretty privileged to have under the radar place hunt
Yeah,
or a call home hunt, shall we say?
exactly. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's so
Hmm.
nice. Like when our field hunting's best, there's usually like a week or two stretch where the field hunting's not very good. So then we just shoot out to the ocean and just go, harass the scoters and the sea ducks, because I mean they'll always be out there. So there's
Oh yeah.
always something to hunt here, no matter what.
Hmm. As far as hunts that you've been on, like just yourself, um, what's your favorite place that you've been to hunt outside of home? You have a place
Out,
that you haven't crossed off yet.
gotcha. So home will always be number one, but I can't choose that. So I love going to West Texas and laying under laying under the socks and shooting all the lessers out there in the red dirt. It's one of my like
Mhm.
top favorite places to travel to. I didn't get to go there last year, so I'm like itching to go back. But I've hunted West Texas a
Okay.
lot, and out of shoot, I think I've hunted like 21 different states now. And that is always my favorite, because the fields, like where we're at, it's just wet, muddy, crappy weather where we don't get any dry
Mm.
fields hardly for the whole season. So I can go down there and lay in that dry red dirt, drive up, throw these huge, I like throwing big spreads too. Like those guys in West Texas will throw these massive goose spreads, laying underneath the socks, and it's like just action packed, dude. And yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
always just love going back there, like the Lubbock area. Yeah, just all West Texas it's freaking crazy, and there's so many geese out there. It's just ridiculous. But
Oh yeah.
I'm a duck hunter, but I do love getting after the little geese, every now and then throughout the season. And I would say the kind of the last place that was on my list we're going to this weekend is Alaska. Like I've always wanted to hunt Alaska, so I get to go cross that off. It's only a 3-hour plane ride for me, like two and
Oh yeah.
two and 2 hours 45 minutes. But I've only been up there to salmon and halibut fish, but I've never shot a duck up there. So I'm pretty excited to cross off the last frontier, off my bucket list.
Hmm. That's awesome. Do
Hmm.
I was gonna ask you this. Have you guys ever thought of the dive bomb crew going down to South America? Because I've seen you guys going to Canada a lot. I don't know if you guys have had any thoughts about going down there.
Dude, it was actually scheduled, but then COVID hit, and then they never went, and then it like never went back. So they were supposed to. This was before I was even working with them, but I knew they were trying to do it,
Mhm.
but we haven't really talked to anybody. It's been like mentioned. It's definitely it's on the radar, but we haven't like planned anything out yet completely. But that looks so fun, dude. I want to go do that so bad.
Oh yeah, that's actually how me and Ryan Bassman got in touch, just talking about
Really?
down there. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, you gotta come down with us. Come down." I'm like, "Well, I just had my first kid, so we'll put that on the back burner for right now. But I'm definitely gonna get down there with you guys."
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it looks I don't even the thing I want to do is go shoot like the parakeets and the pigeon and shit that they got down there. Like the ducks is whatever. I want to shoot like the crazy stuff, like the doves and the parakeets and those giant pigeons that they got. And you can
Oh
just
yeah,
shoot like hundreds of them.
hundreds.
Dude. I want to do it so bad.
One of my dad's friends that he works with, he just a couple months ago got back from being down in Argentina, and he went dove and pigeon hunting. He said, "Dude, once in a
Yeah.
lifetime, never like you'll never see anything like that ever again."
Yeah. I've seen like I always watch videos of them just pounding them. I have a couple buddies who've been down there and just say it's unreal the amount of birds and the amount of shells that you go through.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The Do you have a favorite duck species that you like to go after?
Oh yeah. 1,000,000% the American widgeon. Uncontested, 1,000% it's the widgeon for sure, dude. I could shoot those for the rest of my life and just be completely happy without shooting a different duck. Because,
Oh yeah.
out here where I'm at, we get those massive widgeon feeds, and
Hmm.
I'll pass up a big mallard feed for a widge feed literally 11 times out of 10 every single
Wow.
time. But the thing I like about the widgeon is, everyone that well, I mean, we shoot a ton of them every year. But to me,
Hmm.
every single drake, they look different. They either have like
Oh yeah.
a different cheek pattern to them, or you can get those stormed up ones, or
Hmm.
those big white patches on them, and they're just so like the variations of them are so different than just just like a green head or a pintail that look the exact same always. And I'm always just like every drake I shoot, I'll just analyze them and just see what's different about this one than the last one I shot,
Oh yeah.
or where we're at, we always have the chance at the Eurasian widgeon too. There always be some of those hanging around, and we usually shoot, 2 to 3 a year, just by
Mm.
happens chance. But those little redheaded widgeon are pretty sweet too. One of my buddies just got one mounted this year, and it's up on his shelf, and they look pretty badass. I have this mallard pintail. That's
I was
my
gonna
only
ask you about that.
yeah, that's my only duck mount I have, which is like the craziest trophy mount. But I shot my first ever storm widgeon this last year. It's still in my freezer. I need to get that thing mounted, and that one's gonna go right here on the other side.
There you go.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't I don't got it with me now, but my first mount I actually got done this year was my swan that I got done.
Damn, a
That
swan.
yeah,
That's
I
freaking
actually got
sick
it.
for a first mount, dude.
Oh yeah. The I mean, not that I haven't shot any cool like brant or geese or
Oh
like ducks,
yeah.
but I was just like, like I could always shoot a cooler one, or it's like if I go somewhere, I'd rather get that one back. It's like, oh, I shot it from X place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
like for all like the reason I only have literally one mount, I've shot thousands and thousands of ducks, but to me, if I'm mounting something, I want it to have a story to it, or it
oh
just be
yeah,
like a super rare bird. Like I'm not just gonna go shoot a Drake mallard and just throw it up all willy nilly. Like it's got to have a story, some kind of badass story tied to it, or a hybrid, or like some
uh
crazy
huh,
widgeon. Like, dude, I don't even know how many widgeon have shot in my lifetime. It's multiple thousand of them. And everyone's like, "Oh, you don't have a widgeon mount yet?" And I'm like, "No, because I'm just waiting for for that
The
one,
perfect one,
the
right?
perfect one. And I finally got it last year, but it took 15 years to get it, which is crazy. But
Oh yeah, and that's also
yeah,
kind of why I got the Swan mounted too. He kind of has a little bit of a backstory, not to get too into it, but
yeah, let's hear it.
long story short, he was the day before my wedding. I took my brother-in-law out duck hunting for the first time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, this is how we do it. I end up getting wet, and mind you, it's Delaware in January. It's
Oh,
15
geez.
out. Yeah, so I'm like, yay, the waiter's flooded. So I'm like, all right, stay here. I got coveralls in the car. I'm gonna go change. I'll be right back. So I go change, come back. We're sitting there. He's like, well, I need to go to the car. So he goes to the car. So I'm sitting there as the sun comes up. Ducks come. He scares them off. So I'm like,
Yeah.
frick. So we're kind of hunting like a finger point. So we're hunting on this side of the point. I'm like, let me go walk on this side and see what's over there. I walk over that side. I see old Mr. Swanee coming. I'm like, oh, that was a Swan State.
Damn.
Let me get this done. So I got him, and then he ended up paddling out to deeper water. So I'm like, and we don't have a dog. So
Yeah.
my brother-in-law tries to go. He's like, I can go get him, and he starts filling up with water. I'm like, stop before somebody
Hell no.
kills themselves. So I end up stripping out of my coveralls, into my underwear, at 15 degrees, jump in and go get this swan with icebergs floating around and everything.
Jeez.
So I'm like, yep, you're definitely getting mounted.
100%, dude. That's such a huge. Do you even have the wall space for a bird like that, dude? Those things are massive.
Well, I didn't get a full one. I
Oh,
got just the neck and the wings
oh,
spread
gotcha,
out, but
gotcha.
he takes up a good chunk of room
Yeah,
with the
just
wings
some
spread
wings
out
like
like
12
that.
feet. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Damn, yeah, we have a shitload of swans up here, but we can't hunt them because there's too many trumpeters, and the
Mm,
state is scared if they open the swan season that people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a tundra or a trumpeter swan, so they just keep it
mhm.
closed because I know for a fact that they open it up, just people would just be out blasting trumpeters thinking they're tundras. Which
Mhm.
would be
Oh
real
yeah.
bad. But gosh, those things are freaking everywhere out here, dude. They get so annoying. They're just loud. They literally sound like a marching band, like when there's a flock of
Oh
them.
yeah. They're like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And they always land in our spread too. And I'm just like, can you just get out of here? I hate those big dumb bastards, dude.
Oh, they are dumb. I will say that
Oh yeah,
they are
they're
dumb.
so stupid.
Oh yeah, it's cool though because Delaware, we don't. I don't think we have trumpeters, but I know tundras is pull like you pull a tag for it,
Yeah.
and then the one that I got mute. They're quote unquote invasive. So Delaware's like, hey, if you see one, kill it as long as it's in bird season.
Damn. So it's not even on a tag draw or anything?
For mutes, no, not
Damn.
for mutes.
That's crazy. Damn.
Mhm.
That's pretty sweet though.
Oh yeah, it's nice because I found another little hole not too close from, or not too far from where I'm at now in my house, well, apartment.
Yeah.
That me and the wife were at that has a couple of them floating around something that's on public. So I'm like, all right, that's noted that spot.
Damn. Yeah, that's sick though. I've always wanted to
Oh yeah.
shoot a swan just out of spite because I don't like them, but I've never been. I think the closest place I could go is either Idaho or Utah, but it's on a tag draw, so you have to draw a tag before. In the off
Hmm.
season, you have to draw a tag and make a trip. But
Oh
one
yeah.
day I'll do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna ask you how. I know a lot of your guys' videos with dive bomb are like out west and in the Midwest. How far east have you guys come out? If much?
What I've personally hunted is the farthest I've been was New York for early
Okay.
goose. Yeah, I think that's the farthest. September goose season in New York. Yeah, and then I feel like the other guys like 3 years ago. I think they hunted Maine or something like that. But anything below, I don't think we've ever been to.
Hmm. Well, hey, now you
Which
can add
I want to shoot.
Delaware and Maryland did a list.
Yeah, I know we should. We need to. It looks fun. I want to go. I want to shoot like whistling ducks in Florida. Cross that off. That'd be pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, dude, we just like hardly ever go to the Atlantic Flyway really. Basically the only time we'd ever go, yeah, was that September goose season, which I thought was insane because you can use extended mags on those things. I think you can have
Oh
6
yeah.
shells in
Extended
for a
mags, no
longer.
plug.
Dude, it's crazy. When I was
Oh yeah.
shooting
Once
an
like in,
extended mag on a big goose, I was like, "This feels so illegal, dude. Like, what am I doing?"
oh yeah. Over here out east, it's like they're liberal with their geese when it's resident and snow goose season. They don't really
Yeah.
care what you do as long as they chunk out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because once, well, they shut it off because when the migrators start rolling, they don't want you smashing the migrators like that, but those resident geese, dude,
Right.
you can just pound them. It's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know about you out west, but like around our area, I'm personally, and I know guys are going to be like, oh well, it is what it is. Like we'll still hunt them, but them out here down the one, like all the
Bro.
most on the East Coast, it's, I'm like, why? We have the numbers
Yeah.
to keep it up to like two or
One,
three.
that is so that's so brutal, dude. I don't even know if I would set up like if you bring 5 dudes out, you get 1 flock and you're done. That's insane.
Exactly.
I feel did it used
Oh
to be
yeah. Well, it's
3
like I
and
was
then it
talking.
went to 1 or what was it?
Well, I was younger and first started hunting. It used to be like three, four, and then they trickled it down to like two and three, and then it was two
Yeah.
for a bunch of years. And then, as of recently, within like the past 5 years, I'd say, they've kind of been trickling like two and one. They've had the three a couple of years, like between, but one to two's kind of been like the
Yeah.
max. Which I'm like, why? Even Brant, because I have a buddy that guides Brant down into Delaware beaches, and he's like, dude, the Brant population, you can at least get two because they're the same thing. They're
Yeah.
one here too.
That's insane, dude. Well, our it's funny because our goose limit used to be 4 my entire life, and this year it got dropped to 3, and like everybody's all pissed off about it. But now that I know you guys got 1, I don't feel as bad about it.
Oh yeah. Well, it was crazy too because I've a couple of friends that are big goose hunters up in Jersey, and they're like, dude, we're not even like we. They're like, it was because up there it was two and three for a couple of years, and then they dropped it
Yeah.
back down to one, and they're like, everybody's up in arms. They're like, what the? But I was talking to an old timer because he's gonna have me chop his one property in the winter down in
Yeah.
Maryland. He was telling me, he's like, dude, I've been doing this since 19 whatever. He's like, the only thing that stopped us is if they've said no more shooting on the geesey. Other than that, we're out there getting them, so it don't matter to us.
Yeah. That's freaking crazy, dude. Yeah, I was just looking at a goose feed this morning, wondering if I was gonna go shoot it because they dropped our limit. I was like, man, is it even worth it? And now it is. I'm gonna go hunt that
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
thing.
Just remember, as long as it's not one, it could always be one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
But I am happy that they bumped up the duck limit here to what they did. I mean, at least I think it's national, like three pintails, and
Yeah,
I think they bumped the blue bill or just the redhead limit up. I forget which one it was.
yeah, yeah. Our I just posted about that today. Actually, pintails going up to 3 is like a lifesaver for us out here because we get thousands and thousands and thousands of pintails. Like they are everywhere in January, and it gets tough. You know, when I'm on a widgeon hunt, I'm like, dude, I can't even shoot into these wads because there's a shitload of pintails mixed in with them. And we have
Right.
8 dudes. You can only kill 1 apiece. That's way too. I'm not risking that. You know, if
Mhm.
you shoot into a wad and you kill your limit right away, and then you gotta be super picky. So we try not to shoot the pintails at all, you know, with a 1 bird limit. But now, having 3 gives us that leeway. Or if you want to shoot 3 nice, fully plumed out, Drake pintails, that's sick too. Just that
Mhm.
one was so tough. But I understand where place parts of the country don't have them, which is I was talking on a different podcast about this. People got angry about that 3 bird limit because they're like, dude, we don't even have them here. Why are they bumping the limit up? Blah 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 because they don't see them. And I'm like, well, if you go to an area like ours, they're
Mhm.
literally everywhere, you'd be thanking everybody for raising it up to 3 because we've had to stare at thousands and shoot one for like 4 years now. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
before it went to 1, we're at 2. So it went 2, 1, now back to 3. And gosh, it's going to be so nice. Just that
Oh
little
yeah.
bit of wiggle room. Or on those days, some days we'll have hunts where maybe you might only see pintails, and I mean you could shoot your 3 instead of 1 now. So it's just a lot better in my opinion. I don't
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think it'll rake the populations like most people think it will. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm so hyped for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's also in moderation. I mean, if you're in like you mentioned, if you're in an area that doesn't have much pintail, don't be that asshole that's out there shooting 3 pintail because you can.
Yeah,
Because that's the limit.
exactly.
Like that's for like what you just said. Like your area, some of my area, a little bit. We have a decent number of pintail.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
that's for the guys that and like down south, in like Louisiana and Arkansas. Like they have a shit ton. At least from what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like
If
those
if your
guys,
area
they're
can hold
pretty
them,
tough.
I say go ahead and shoot your 3 100%, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know how up you are on black ducks, but I know that the limit out here is 2. I think they should bump that one up too to like 3 or 4 because there's a lot of them
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah, I don't know too much about them. I just know that they're on the East Coast and the Atlantic Flyway. I've never even shot one or ever seen one, but I
Oh,
do see
dude.
it. I do see people just shooting a ton of them and get a lot of, messages. People like, yo, come out and shoot black ducks. And I'm like, man, our schedule's full. I'd love to, but it looks fun, it looks sweet.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Not, black ducks are my favorite ducks. Nothing. I mean, because they're just the whole body's just jet black and they're full
Yeah,
bloom. So there's like black missiles coming through the air, and then the speculum. You hit the sun hits it right. It's like that navy blues, those dark deep blues or purples. Oh,
yeah. Yeah,
ah,
that's freaking badass. Do you get into I know that's kind of like a topic of the mallards, hybridizing with the black ducks. You ever shoot those hybrid ones too often?
I've shot a couple, but I mean, me personally, I can't really tell the difference because black
Yeah,
ducks are kind of so similar to mallards. I mean, like they both have the yellow bill for the most part. Some of the speculums are blue for the most part.
yeah,
I mean, the more tealy and greeny looking blue in the black ducks, okay, that's definitely a hybrid mallard black
true.
duck. But if I get like a one that's got straight blues or whatever, I mean, I'm just assuming it's a regular black duck. I mean, it
Yeah,
could be a hybrid, but I
that's
don't really get
true.
into it too much. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it gets a little tough to tell.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything crazy like what you got coming through, like the pintail mallard or like pintail
Yeah,
black dog or like something crazy like that, I'd be like, okay, that's different. But yeah, you
100%.
can't. I mean, at least in my opinion, you can't really. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm no expert. You can't really. I can't really tell, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people feel the same way.
that's true. I feel like it'd be pretty hard. My next hybrid I want is I want the widgeon mallard instead of the pintail mallard for my next one. But
Okay.
those things are so dang rare. I see like one in our area shot probably like every 2 years. And there's a lot of
Mm,
killing that goes on up here, but gosh, I hope one of those comes into my spread someday and I will mount it immediately and put it right
oh
next to
yeah.
that one because that'd be pretty sick.
Mhm. I don't think we talked about it. What's your favorite setup to hunt? Like as far as like land, like waterways. If you have one like small water,
I
big water.
I am 100%. like I'm a field hunter, but I love sheet water in fields. So like ankle
Hmm.
deep, shin deep sheet water. Cause like we don't hunt a lot of ponds or rivers or like actual waterways, but like standing water, in the fields that we hunt, the grass will be, this tall and there'll be water this deep that you just put your knee boots on and go set a floater spread. And I specifically like hunting ducks under my my dive bomb tall socks. I throw massive spreads because I'd like shooting a lot of ducks, huge spreads, big action. But like if I find a widgeon feed on a little grass field with like a little bit of water in it, dude, it's just like I'm the happiest dude you've ever seen in your life when I find one of those. But I'm a field hunter 100%. I don't like putting waders on. I don't like hunting water. I
Okay.
just like field ducks so much. I don't mind hunting water, but I just always been a field hunter for sure.
Hmm. That's how I started out being a field hunter, hunting field geese and a field palm mallards.
Yeah.
When I was real young, my dad had a lease in southern Delaware, and then that farm got sold. So since being in college and coming back, I had to start learning how to hunt public land and be a wader warrior. But
Yeah.
it's not too bad. But I
Damn.
definitely have my love hate relationship with hunting water.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like it. We got a couple ponds that we hunt, but if I had to, I don't know, if I had to do the whole Arkansas thing, hunting like public water and waders, I just hate wearing waders so much, dude. I like throwing my bibs on, in my ankle boots and going hitting a field.
Hmm.
Although our fields are always wet and always muddy because it rains like 5 days a week up here, so we're always hunting in the rain. But
That's true.
but it's fine, when you decoy a flock of 200 widgeon, you forget all about it like immediately.
Oh yeah. I want to touch on a little bit. You said that you had somebody coming to get a dog in a little bit after this. Do you train and uh, kennel
I
dogs?
don't I don't train, but I do own a dog boarding kennel, which
Okay.
is something brand new to me. Because as of 3 years ago, I hated dogs. I didn't grow up with dogs. I didn't want anything to do with dogs. And then my wife got a golden retriever without telling me. And then I fell in love with that dog. And I loved our family dog, the golden retriever. And I was like, damn it, I need a
Hmm.
hunting dog. So then I got a red lab, then I got a hunting dog, and then we bought this property or I bought 5 acres and a house, and it came with a dog boarding kennel business on it. So that the lady ran for 20
Uh,
years. So I was like, shit, let's just, we went into that kennel, repainted it and redid the office and put it underneath a new name. And now we just, it's just basic, it's just overnight boarding. I don't do any training. So I just get everyone's, family dogs when they go on vacations and stuff. But it's been good. But
okay.
yeah, like 3 years ago, I wouldn't even have considered, that I would be owning a dog boarding kennel. And now like they like consume my life now. I'm like, gosh dang, it's crazy.
The best you can't beat a good dog, man.
No, you can't. After my dog Drifter, he's a beautiful American red lab, and he went through his first season last year. And after that, I was like, well, I don't bring him on big hunts. I only bring him on like the smaller hunts. Um,
Mhm.
but I did a lot of solo hunting with him first. It was his first season. I solo hunted him a lot to get used to it. It took him about 3 hunts for that light bulb to click, and then I was like, okay, yeah, it's game on. And then I hunted him with 3 dudes, and then 5, and then the most he hunted was 6 dudes, and got all 42 retrieves or whatever the limit is for 6 dudes. But yeah, that changed my mind a lot having my own gun dog because I've hunted with a lot of different people's dogs, and a lot of people say their dogs are really good, and then they end up ruining a hunt or get really annoying. But when you hunt
Mhm.
with a good dog, dude, it's insane. It's crazy. Yeah. So I'm,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited. I haven't got out this year, but I can tell, he's tired of retrieving plastic bumpers all summer and he knows it's hunting season. And I see him every day. He's looking at the snow geese flying over my house and he's just like, dude, he's itching for it.
Oh yeah. Soon enough. Soon
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, we'll get out there. After this Alaska trip, we're gonna get hard after it again. But it's been I didn't hunt the opener. I was gone at a wedding. My buddy had a wedding in October, dude. Like, I was like, what are you
Oh, we
doing,
got
man?
one.
Really?
We got one this weekend, and we have one of October. Yep. I was like, what? Are
I was like, ain't no way one of my buddies just had a freaking wedding that I'm in during hunting season, dude. Almost had to bail out of it. I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything interesting that the people should know about on the horizon with Dive Bomb coming this year that they haven't seen yet?
I would say the number one, they actually just posted the very first video about it today. It is a brand new electronic mallard splasher decoy. It's called the
Oh wow.
E1 Splasher that nobody is. The only people that have seen it was everyone who came to Squad Fest. It was at Squad Fest, but if you weren't at Squad Fest, you definitely did not see it or hear about it. That's like been the most, under wraps thing that people don't know about. And we just posted a product overview for that today. It's really sweet. It's got interchangeable tips and it will splash the water all different. A lithium ion battery that lasts just like forever off of one charge. And I would say that's probably like the biggest new thing coming this year that people are hyped. I can't even use it. In the Pacific Northwest, we can't even use electronics. If it has a
Oh.
battery, we can't even touch it. But
Hmm.
it's still badass though.
Oh yeah.
And new camo patterns, the new bark and the stock camo, those will be on the waders. At least the bark camo, I know will be on the waders for 2026 next year. Just
I
it's
was,
hard to keep
I
up.
was gonna
It's
say
hard to
that
keep
bark
up with all
camos.
the
I like that
progress.
bark camo.
Yeah, yeah, it's
If you can't
really
tell by the background.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that new camo they got is freaking badass, dude. They
Oh yeah.
nailed it. Which, on the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest, you don't see a lot of people, wearing those bark or timber or like bottomland camos. So I think
Hmm.
I'm more of the stock kind of dude, but if I ever travel down south or Midwest or something, I'd probably wear it. But out here, they'd be like, "What are you wearing that Southern camo for?"
Oh yeah. For sure, man. Well, Matt, this is the part where we get ready to end off the show, but I love ending every show with my favorite question that I ask all my guests.
Yeah.
And what is your why that keeps bringing you back for more? Whether it be hunting, doing the videos, what is the why that keeps bringing you back?
I think I think it's just spending time with my buddies, quality time in the field because I don't care if we shoot one or 100 of them. I have the same fun no matter what because it reminds me of being that little 11-year-old kid who didn't have any of the media, didn't have a following, didn't have followers, didn't have to film, every single hunt, just pure, love for the game, and that never left. Like that'll always be there. If I lost
Hmm.
my Instagram account or my job with Dive Bomb tomorrow, I'd still be out with my buddies, in the field no matter what, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
just purely a part of who I am. But I always look forward, to either bringing new hunters out or just shooting the shit with my buddies in the field because it's just quality time spent together rather, staring at a screen or something. But that's what keeps me coming back. Like, and somehow I ended up here somehow, some way. But
Oh yeah.
at the root core of it, it's just purely because it's probably the same with every hunter. You grew up doing it, or if you got into it later in life, there's just a different kind of love that you have, for this sport that we do. And yeah, it'll
Oh
never
yeah.
leave. Definitely never leave.
That's awesome, man. Do you have any shameless plugs and shout outs you'd like to give before we head out of here?
Not really. Just follow along. We have a roadshow series on the Dive Bomb YouTube channel. It's just Dive Bomb Industries, and every Saturday is a new video from our travel series. Sometimes I'm on them, sometimes I'm not, but They're really entertaining and really informational. And once our season kicks off here, I'll be filming for Dive Bomb and myself. So I'll be dropping my own hunts on my YouTube channel. It's just Matt Judy. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm always posting stupid shit, funny shit on there. I just posted, I bought a couple alpacas the other day yesterday.
I seen that. I seen that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, just fun stuff. But it's time to get to hunting. And so I'll pretty much just be posting hunting. That's kind of like off-season stuff, like the animals in my little farm. But it's killing time, so I'll be posting a lot of my hunts for through January. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. And as I mentioned before earlier in the episode, if you ever want to get out here, or if you and the dive bomb guys want to get out here to the Atlantic Flyway, just hit me up, man. We'll make something happen.
For sure, dude. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Matt Judy, for your time. I appreciate you and appreciate the conversation tonight. And thank you all for listening to another episode of the Blue Hen Outdoors Podcast.